miles from land, far below the surface, too deep for light to penetrate. The Aegean Sea contains a biological dead zone. At these depths, life is exceedingly rare, and yet locals swear they hear impossible noises emanating from the ocean floor, as if something huge is stirring. Amidst these findings, a team of researchers must enter these waters.
Let's get this done before any creeps from the deep show up.
Isolated from the world and under crushing pressure.
Wait, do you see that glow?
It's beautiful.
That's it! I'm going out there.
The crew of the Nixie is about to find horror beyond comprehension.
Oh, it's so over.
What the hell is that?
Trouble's heading our way, and fast.
Brace for impact. She's a big one.
I'm trying everything, it's completely unresponsive.
This October, see terror in a new light. The Midnight Massacre presents The Glow from Below.
Hello, my darlings. Hi. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the deep end. Hope we get to see a very sunny sea today. The absolute sunniest. Oh no, sorry, Hannah. You sure can't. You're stuck here forever. Oh well. That's okay. Mother will keep you warm. Hi. Oh no.
What?
Looks like I've been found out.
21 months
Looks like they're
deep
coming
under
for
the sea.
me. Jess, thank you for another wonderful month of worship. I appreciate it. Bugs! Oh, darling Bugs. It's so nice to see you. Welcome back. I have to assume that might be millions of bugs. It's so nice to see you. Hi. One moment. You have become uncountable, become ungovernable, uncountable. It really is so nice to see you. Hello, bugs. So, we have a number of special surprises today. One of them we'll get to very soon, but one of them is going to be after the stream. We will be raiding directly into a good friend of mine. You may know them as a Corvus Twig. We will be raiding into them to speak about a film that I just watched. Literally just watched. Called Late Night with the Devil. I have opinions, I have thoughts, I have feelings. And you'll get to hear all of them and more on Twig's show right after the stream. So we'll be raiding into that, and that's going to be a good time. Yeah, it was a movie. I won't say whether it was good or bad. It was a movie. Don't check my letterbox and get spoiled. But yeah, we'll be going into that afterwards. Always excited to get to talk about movies.
Hana Fujisaki is giving away a pack to Jess. BC, we've been dating 6 months today.
So A deserve a little gift less than 3.
All the way since BC times? Wow. Couple goals, honestly. But I can do that for you. Congratulations on your 6-month anniversary. Oh, that reminds me. I still haven't sent out that tweet. Hold on. Here we go. Sorry, that was 4 days ago, 5 days ago. No, I've already watched it. I watched it just before the stream, and I'm going to be on a friend's channel, doing an interview show about it. It's gonna be a good time. If you remember, I did this last year with the movie Megan or Megan or M3 Gan, whichever one you'd like to call it. BC relationship, call that a grug-iversary, so true. Anyway, I am going to state directly. Hi, Gino. You're in good company. A lot of us have autism. I'd rather not call it that. No, it's okay. You can celebrate your grug-iversary in public. I won't judge. But, yeah, I am going to be on that show afterwards, and then I have another surprise today that we'll be getting to very shortly, but I wanted to let you know that we're going to be going directly into Sunless Sea in just a moment, but I do need you to be aware that you're going to have to help me. You're going to have to help me with Sunless Sea, because I am not very smart when it comes to these sort of games, and I struggle with them quite a bit. So, if any of you know anything about Sunless Sea, I would love the help. Please and thank you. At any rate, though, one moment. Okay, there we go. Well, I'm trying to get my tracking to be accurate. There we go. Maybe that's better. Sunless Sea is a game where you have to keep the wiki open. No, I'm aware, but I know some of you have played it, so any help would be appreciated. At any rate, though, we'll be playing this, and then we'll be playing, excuse me. We'll be playing this, and then we will be playing Sunless Skies next Sunday. I'm much more interested in Sunless Skies, I'll be honest, just because it seems more refined, but I did want to at least check this out, so. By the way, you know what? I'm going to make this change now. Eve Penguin, congratulations, you've been immortalized. You have, one moment. I've gone ahead and changed the name of the Letterbox 250 challenge. I've changed the name of the chat for you. I haven't touched Sunless Skies because the shift in lore focus annoys me so much. That's fair. No problem. To be clear, anybody can post in there. I just thought Eve's Kino Corner was funny. But anybody can post in there. Anybody's allowed to post their letterbox reviews in there. I mean, Eve's the only one to complete the challenge, which I still need to think up a reward for. I do have the cinema emote. If you do cinema with a capital C, it'll work. I don't know if he's completed the challenge yet, but Eve is definitely on her way. Nobody else is even remotely close. There we go. At this point, we kind of have to declare Eve de facto winner. I'm thinking it might be a cash prize, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just buy you something off of your Steam wish list. I don't want it to be too big, since I couldn't think of a prize to begin with. I'm not even sure there's enough time mathematically from now until December 31st to watch all 250 movies, unless maybe you just shotgunned them? One after the other without even thinking about it? Even then. At any rate, let's hop over to Sunless Sea. Here we go, here we go. I'm going to have to turn this down just a little bit, I think. Probably down to there, probably to there, that's probably fine. Do you have Submariner? No, I don't. I didn't grab it. Is it worth grabbing? Like, is it sort of required? Does it add enough that it's sort of required? I could grab it real quick. It's only $11, which is a bit steep, but I could afford it. Is it one of those things that you just kind of have to make the game good? Fuck it, why not?
Renzo is generously gifting some packs too, for Eve Penguin, Hannah and Jess please.
Okay, one moment. Let me close the game while it downloads the DLC. Oh, how I wish it would stop doing that. Sure though, I can gift those packs while we wait, just one moment. By the way, in case anybody is curious, we have sold 81 packs out of 150 this month, so we're about halfway there, or just a little under. I would love to see some continued support throughout the month on buying packs. I was going to put the goal widget up, but I couldn't really figure out a way to do so without it being obtrusive. So I'll just keep you updated. What's the reward at 150? Nothing, it's just a monthly pack goal to help with bills and the like. Things are getting expensive. It's simply to help me keep living. Okay. Let's see if we've got the DLC now. It is a bit of a roguelike, yes. Okay, Sunless Sea Submariner. There we go. Carrie Fantatoes. What an insane name. Marissa, you're a very sweet girl. It's gonna make you all the more delectable when I eat you alive. Alright, let's get into it. New game. That's okay. You don't have to be normal at all. Say whatever your heart desires. Okay, captain's making. Okay, hold on. Let me see here. Hold on, so I need to adjust audio levels a little bit. Okay, that seems good. Okay, let's make a character real fast. Choose a past. Okay. Okay, what should we be? What should we be? I think we're a natural philosopher. Bonus mirrors, bonus 2 mirrors, skill of detection, and perception, okay? Your a stranger quality has gone. Welcome to the world. What does winning mean to you? Immortality, of course. Last scrap of paperwork. Oh! Oh, it has like a pronoun selection type thing? Oh, that's cute. Madame, my lord, my lady, captain, citizen, and sir. Of course, I'm a lady. So, I've looked at Fallen London before. I actually started looking at it because of this. Because of putting it on the schedule. I have one big problem with Fallen London. One very big problem. Which is... one moment. Okay, let me pull it up here. I really, really, really do not like this. I do not like the action system. I do not like that you only have 20 actions and then it takes time to come back. I'm too ADHD for that. I simply won't come back to your game. I'll forget. I'll forget entirely. I don't like this. This is antithetical to how I play. I understand they have to make money, and I understand that the longer it sits with you, the more you may play more slowly and think about your decisions and that sort of thing. I get all the reasons for it, but I'm not even necessarily saying those reasons are bad. They're not bad reasons, but I'm simply too stupid. I mean that. I'm just too dumb. I will forget your game exists. I do not have object permanence. I'm sorry. Like, I really don't. I will forget your game exists. I will go, oh, I can't do anything else, leave, and then forget it exists entirely. I'm sorry, that's just what's going to happen. So, as much as I would really, really like to get into this, I just can't. I wouldn't be able to. But at least the games exist. Anyway, okay. And now we can pick a portrait. Oh. I quite like this lady. I quite like her. Be the old-timey diver. Maybe. I like this one as well. But I think I'll go with this one. Choose your name, Mia, of course. Okay. So... there's the tutorial, okay. I don't know what of these I'm supposed to do. There are a lot of things here. Perhaps not. So what button do I press to actually, like, start the game proper? You know, I like this so far. I like the presentation. I just wish this was voiced somehow.
Someone in the docks wants to board your ship.
Oh. Well, that's good. I guess it is voiced.
Agree to carry the August travel writer to Gator's Morn. He's prepared to pay handsomely for transport, and he's keen to commission your ship specifically.
Ah, you've all figured it out. Hi, Joey.
Hi!
Joey really wanted to voice something for this October event. So Joey is going to be here with us and is going to A, help me through this game, but B, voice these interludes for me when they're relevant. I'm not going to make Joey read everything, but yes, Joey is going to voice the more important story things here for me.
I'm the narrator.
Yeah, you are. That was the other surprise, by the way. Joey will also be doing this for Sunless Skies. Okay. Sure, we'll take this guy. Here, go ahead and read this for me.
The August travel writer shakes your hand. His grip is distressingly strong. Thank you. It's Gator's Morn I'm bound for first, he says. I hear they... Ah! He hurries over to your stoker, who's carrying his steamer trunk up the gangplank. No need to trouble yourselves. Give it here. Remember, my lady, Gator's Morn. I'll pay you 150 echoes when we arrive.
No, Joey Icon? No. I mean, I could. There we go.
I think...
You think...
I think it would kind of ruin the aesthetic. But...
Okay. That's fine then. Okay. What is this? Sure, you can read this too.
I'm just assuming that if it's more than a couple of sentences, then I'm reading it.
Yeah, or if it's like story relevant or story important.
Mm-hmm. The Blind Helmsman is a Wolfstack institution, a centuries-old pub held together by a crust of fry smoke and the nautical mementos nailed to the walls. When you enter, the salt-scarred navigator is already in full flow, a city deep in the interior. Nida, it's called. There, they decide the span of every life. Coax tales of immortality from him? Nida's walls are basalt, but within them it's as close to paradise as a man can make. 1,000 fountains, the streets paved with gem slabs, and the air sweet with honeysuckle and orange groves. How does he know? Has he been there?
Oh, okay. Well, we can't do that yet. We need a cask of mushroom wine. But that's, I guess, something we can come back for, maybe. Let's see.
So the advice for captains is literally, like, you don't have to do anything. It's just information on various mechanics in the game. So it's just stuff to read.
What the fuck?
Hi, Silver
Silver
Streak.
_Streak
Hello.
just resubscribed
The
for
deep sea
12
is
months.
dark and
Hello, Rio
unending.
and chat.
Sunless,
How
one
is
might
the
say.
deep sea?
Thank you for another month of worship. So, okay. Are these actions that we can do in the city?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. I'd love to go to the university, but it doesn't look like I'm allowed.
Not quite yet. If you hover over it, hover with the bit that's grayed out, it'll tell you why you can't.
It just says unlocked with either a secret or favors antiquarian no more than 0. Don't know what those mean, but...
So if the things that you need are grayed out, like see where it says, you know, unlocked with one-time secret,
Mm-hmm.
it's grayed out because you don't have one secret to give.
A Blemmingen Gallivanter. What is that?
I don't know, find out.
Sure, read this.
You extend your hand and the Blemigan leaps on. Its tendrils entwine with your fingers, and it chitters quietly. It meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. Is it old enough for naval service? You're pretty sure its moustache has been drawn on in pen in an attempt to look older. As you approach your ship's gangplank, the creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The boatswain winces as you bring it aboard.
Okay.
So a Blemigan is a little mushroom guy.
Oh no. That'll kill you.
If you press continue and then go to officers, you can see a bigger portrait of him.
Oh, he's adorable.
Fuck!
He's your
Panda
ship's mascot. If
_Grill
you
just
drag him to
resubscribed
the
for
mascot
12 months. New friend.
space, you can
Oh, but I've already got one. Comatose ferret. Oh. Well, it seems to do more for me. Mirrors +3, pages +2. Are those like stats?
yes. If you click on him as well, you can play with him.
Aww.
The Blemigan flails and squirms as you tickle it. Its high-pitched warble is almost certainly giggling. When you stop to check that you're not actually hurting it, it wraps its tendrils around your fingers and pulls your hand back. Apparently, it is enjoying itself.
Well, that's quite cute. Okay. Visit the Admiralty's Survey Office. Okay. Are these like quests?
They're like little side things you can do.
Unlocked and checked. Okay. Sure. Okay. Go to some port and speak to an agent. Understood.
Yeah, so receive strategic information from the Iron and Misery Company funging station somewhere not far from home waters. So basically for these, you have to go to a port, collect some information, and then bring it back to London. You can only do one at a time.
So if I click this, it'll... Oh, no, this is a different one. Survey 3 ports. Okay. Let's see. Hire on more crew. Is Is crew good?
Yeah, crew's good. You the more crew you have, the faster your ship goes. But the more food you use up.
Lunafe, welcome to the deep end.
Also, yes, Ketamage, the Blue Prophets are here. They live in the south.
I've gained 3 crew, I guess. I don't know where I can see my crew.
So your
Oh, there they are.
crew, yeah. So those are just regular soldiers.
Oh, and here's shops, okay.
Mm-hmm. Shipyard is where you can upgrade your ship, buy new ones, etc., etc. Yeah, so this is basically like where all your quests live.
And this is basically my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, and yeah, this is the legacies thing. I'm aware of that. Okay, so the advice for captains is just a little bit of information.
Yep, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom.
You can sell it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I noticed. Crews can be eaten. Oh, I have plenty of experience with that. Don't you worry. Okay. I did see... This will reduce your terror. Can I see my terror? No.
It is on the top left, that skull there.
This? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I don't need to do this then, I have no terror right now.
Correct.
I couldn't do it if I wanted anyway, apparently. An immigrant will pay to be taken north to Venderbright. Okay.
It's oddly difficult to die in fallen London, but when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to live, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies. Your crew cart these ones aboard in padded coffins. They'll sleep there until the journey is done.
Okay, fair enough. So we need to deliver them somewhere.
To Venderbight, which is north.
Okay, I think we're ready to depart then.
So you can overheat your engine to go faster, but it's really like... It's a desperation move. Because you will consume fuel at twice the rate.
How do I make these go away in the corner?
I'm
going to make myself a
disable the
little small.
tutorial, I believe.
Okay, we'll leave them there for now. Oh, there we go. Okay.
So you are headed north.
So, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, both Joey and chat. From what I understand, the, Bad Stevener's Abyss. That's a Kickstarter name, isn't it?
I don't think it is.
I'm pretty sure it is. I struggle to believe that they would name something Bad Stevener. That sounds like a screen name. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, this is set in the world of Fallen London, which, as I understand, is a version of history where one day, for some reason, London, and all of the UK really, maybe it was just London actually, but I believe it was most of the UK, suddenly teleported underground. Out of nowhere. And people found that they had the inability to die. And also the inability to get back to the surface. Yeah, and a cloud of bats as well, yeah. Bats, you see green running, okay. Bats are actually a big point of this. You have the ability to send out your own bat right here.
Yeah, it'll tell you if there's anything cool nearby.
Click on the chart icon to view your discoveries so far. Okay. Where is... What are they talking about? What discoveries does it mean?
It just means like you've discovered Venderbite, for example.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm actually going to make the UI a little smaller. Originally it's at this, which I think is far too small. But I am going to make it maybe that.
Yeah, also at that size I wouldn't be able to read it.
Maybe that. Can you read that?
Mm-hmm.
Here, hold
No,
on.
I mean at the very smallest size I wouldn't be able to read it.
Okay. Is this still doable?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. I am also going to pull up the font scale a little bit. Maybe to there.
Yeah, I love the music in this area so much.
Maybe I won't actually. No, never mind. I guess I won't. I don't like what it does to these things down here. Okay. The music seems good. How do I dock?
Head into the into the light.
Actually, hold on, one more thing. There we go. Combat. You've encountered an opponent. The red arc shows the range of your deck gun. Okay.
Yeah,
What have I encountered?
If you look at the top of the screen, you'll see a swarm of bats.
I don't see anything. Up here?
Yeah.
Where are you seeing a swarm of bats?
The stream is a bit darker than my preview, but it's like directly north of you.
Why is the stream darker? Hold on.
Chat, it's slightly to the right.
Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay, how do I attack?
So this is where I can't help you much because I actually played this on the Switch.
I didn't know it had controller support.
Well, you can play it on the Switch. I don't know if it has native controller support on PC.
Click on the deck weapon. Okay. My hull is damaged. And the bats are dead. Okay.
So, move over where the blood is.
Okay. Doing my best. I'm very slow now. Sure, I'll take the corpses. Why not? Yummy. Okay, ow. How?
Okay, press E.
Oh, there we
There
go. Okay.
You brought this decaying emigrant north. Now what? It is everything I imagined, he tells you breathlessly. But there's someone missing. Please, bring her to me. She went off to the mangrove college. You needed to get out of London. But Vanderbite is just as safe as the college. And I'll wager she's bored of mud by now.
Oh.
So there you go, you have a little bit of a quest.
Well, how do I do that?
Chat, Mia has not played this game before and would appreciate backseating.
Yeah, how do I... he asked me to go get her, but... I can't do either of these until I find a shady sword, I guess?
Yes, that's the person you're looking for.
Now how do I find that person?
They are in the Mangrove College, which we have to find.
Oh, that's not like a location here?
No.
Okay.
Here they favour candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture, until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. A little chapel stands alone. You poke your head through the door. The walls are a deep red, just this side of scarlet. A ruby-tinted window at the back glows with steady light. An electric lamp behind the glass. Rare and expensive. But this is no gaslight. No one is here, and yet you have the sensation that only a moment ago, someone must have been.
Okay, sure, I'll search the place.
There is an altar, a block of basalt. There are pews, a pulpit. No Bibles, no hymn books. The stained glass window is the red of cochineal. An inscription on the lintel of the door reads, "For I was hungered, and ye gave me meat." That is all. Your crew are eager to leave. No one looks back.
Okay, let's see. You've gained 1 tear, 20 fragments. You'll find a story when you next make port. Okay, I don't think I understand, but sure.
So that basically means that, like, oh, something will happen, like, the next time you make port somewhere.
Okay.
It's basically just the game's way of saying, oh, you've tripped an event flag.
Okay.
Z Captains, the first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. No more light, the obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandaged shape, no larger than a child, lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees.
The Neath Bow. So, this is saying that I have this unlocked because I don't have the Neath Bow?
Correct.
Okay, a little confusing, but I know that this game has has a bit of a learning curve, I will say, and I'm sure this isn't surprising. I do feel a little bit like I'm being thrown into the deep end without like much explanation. Like these like icons and things keep popping up without like enough of an explanation that I can never totally feel like I know what I'm doing. But I suppose that's part of the fun.
Terror is out of 100, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my terror is fine.
Also, Renzo, you are very welcome. I haven't acted in any way for about 20 years. It collapses, rustling, back onto the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book? Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do it this one last favor.
Okay, so he wants me to deliver a book for him?
He wants you to create a book for him.
Oh, okay.
So these are quests.
All of these?
No, the things you got if you go to your journal. Is it in your hold, maybe? There you go.
So, am I supposed to take these somewhere?
These are hints.
So, yes, I am supposed to take them somewhere?
You can think of it that way, but basically these are hints as to where to find things. Yeah, so the curator wants you to recreate this book. And it includes...
Why not? Sure. I didn't mean to click that, but...
The book is about all the colours in the Undersea. So these are the colours you're trying to get him.
Apocyan, Cosmogon, Gaunt, Irigo, Pelagian, Violent, and Viric. Okay.
Don't worry about them for now. This is like one of those quests that will take you through to the end game, and you probably shouldn't even try and start like in earnest until like the mid game. But you can't fail it by not being able to do it.
So what are these?
Those are your stats.
Right, but what do they mean? Iron, destroy, increases the damage your attacks do. Detection and perception, the higher your mirrors, the quicker you can find a firing solution in combat. Speed, stealth, and deception. Okay, so these are all combat. What do they do otherwise? Because I have one here that says pages. Esoteric and occasionally practical knowledge increases the speed at which you convert fragments to secrets. And then I have a bar here that says your pages score is 28. So glean another 246 fragments to gain a secret?
Correct. You gain fragments by discovering things.
What do fragments do? What do pages do? As a stat?
Pages is basically your knowledge. Specifically, like, your practical knowledge, whereas mirrors is your esoteric knowledge. So it's hard to explain. But basically, iron is your strength. Veils is stealth. Mirrors is, eldritch wisdom. Pages is conventional wisdom, and hearts is your charisma.
Okay. Sun Pulsar, welcome to the deep end. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So, where did he say this person was?
The Mangrove College. If you go to your journal, and then objectives, there you go. You can always look here to figure out where, where you need to be.
How can I repair my ship?
You have to do that in London.
Is it only London?
It's only London. Click back onto story.
Okay.
And then the Tomb Colony of Venderbite. And then scroll down to the bottom.
There was a gossip thing, but I clicked through it if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, so you can, whenever you go to a port, you can do a port report, and the Admiralty office will pay you a little bit of money for it.
I think I might have missed that then, because I don't see that anywhere. There was just a rumors thing down here, but it didn't say there wasn't any buttons to click on it, so I don't know that I can do a port report here.
If you go to your journal, go there.
One moment. While you in chat figure this out, I'm going to turn on the air. It's very hot.
It's in MISC, right? Where you can tell which port reports you have. Yeah, we talked to the Admiralty. Ah, okay. So that's in your hold. Okay, thank you, Ketamage. I hope you're all enjoying my voice acting.
Okay, I return. Have you figured it out?
Yes, go to your hold. And then curiosities, hover over... there it is. The last one.
Oh, I guess that's the gossip that I did? Okay.
Yes.
So what do I do with this?
You take it back to London and they will give you a small bit of money for doing it.
Okay.
The further away a port is, the more money you'll get for doing a port report.
Well, I suppose I have to go back to London anyway, so that's fine. Very much what?
I was asking if folks were enjoying the voice acting.
Oh, I certainly am. I'll be honest, I don't know that I'd be anywhere near as engaged without you.
I'm happy to help.
I like games like this a lot in theory, but I'm quite bad at, actually sitting down and reading them. My attention span has been destroyed, which is really unfortunate. Although, it's getting a little better, or at least I think it might be. Cassie recommended a book and actually started the book club over it, Carter and Lovecraft in the server. And I have been unable to put it down. I spent 2.5 hours reading it last night. And when it was time to stop, it was only because it was time to sleep. Not that I actually got to sleep, but...
Also, if you look in the bottom left, there'll be little snippets of story for you.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna see something. There was one thing that a lot of people said where it was worth doing. Okay, how do I save? Oh, available and docked, okay. 1 moment. So, apparently in Sunless Skies, they have it so that the logbook items will, like, appear on the map next to you. And there's a mod that does that for this game, which I think would be visually a little more interesting, so I'm going to grab it real quick.
To London.
I do wish you were a little faster.
Your ship is very shit.
It's also quite hurt.
No, it's not that bad actually. See in the top left where it says hull, 54 out of 75?
Mm-hmm.
That's, well, how hurt it is, so it's not actually that bad.
What is this? Here, go ahead and read.
Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today, they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. It's basically just, if you have anything illegal, they will find it when they search your boat, but you don't have anything illegal, so let them do what they want.
Sure. A thing has happened.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Okay, I'm going to sell this book because I don't like it constantly being in the corner.
But you can also do it with the Submariner tutorial.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, chat. I'm trying to kind of channel the Baldur's Gate 3 narrator a little bit.
Okay, one moment. I'm going to install that mod just to make it a little more visually interesting.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hmm.
Oh, that explains a lot. You know, on the just chatting screen when I have that that music there, that like underwater sound playing? Like that sound of like, here, hold on, I'll show you. Listen to the stream for a second.
Okay.
You hear that noise? That like underwater noise?
Yeah.
That's been playing for 45 minutes. Whoops.
Oh.
I wondered why I felt so mind flooded. You guys couldn't hear it, but it's been playing for me for 45 minutes.
Oh no.
And when the game closed and it didn't go with it, I was like, okay. Alright.
Maybe the game will be a little bit easier to play.
It was mind flooding me a little, I won't lie. Okay, let's see if this works.
Kinda want to change the title of this stream to Story Time with Joey and Mia.
It is that a little bit, I suppose. Okay,
But
load
yes.
game.
Time for a spooky bedtime story.
Okay, sorry about that.
I remember the screen share lab.
Yeah, sorry. I just swallowed water wrong. So my throat's a little fucked up. Excuse me. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
And that is how a fish drowns on land.
Oh, hush you. Okay, let's see. So we're back in London.
We are.
We have 3 new events, I guess. A little gift.
A very fine evening to you, Captain. What you might call mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation, on account of he's so fond of sea captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies.
Do I have 15 points of space? I have no idea. Is that my
yes.
space up there?
Yes, you have 8. You have used 8 out of 40.
Okay. Alright, sure, I'll inquire further. Who is this patron? Is there a catch?
He runs a very fine and very liberal word's good.
You words good so well.
Right. Let's try again. He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, what is much patronised by sailors, and by men of wit and vinegar. A public house, and there's no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine that he would refuse your offer.
Sure, why not?
Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps, someday, you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's head. Should that day come, we will make you very welcome, and give you any safe conduct what you might require. Good evening to you. He salutes, and is gone.
Definitely too good to be true, but I want to see where it goes.
So look in your hold, you have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he mostly gave me, fuel, I believe, yeah. Discuss secrets with your officers. Oh, increase your pages. Okay.
So yeah, when you have a secret, you can use it to increase your stats. I don't think the Blemmigan can help you with any of your stats. Okay, no, but you can play with him.
I like that it saves your game after you play with him, as if it's a very important action.
It's very important. He likes to sit very close when he speaks. The plausible surgeon. He speaks familiarly of diseases and hauntings, as if he knew their first names, but chose not to disclose them out of courtesy and discretion. This makes some of his advice confusing, but you do learn some intriguing details.
Okay, I'm not really sure what that did, but sure.
It increased your pages by 1. The Chelonate. You know it? They collect corpses. He shifts in his seat. Vast, noble, complicated corpses. What I could learn, what I could see. My dearest Captain, if we ever find ourselves in the Chelonate, I do hope you might see fit to release me from our arrangement.
Okay, so if I get there, I can, like, do a quest for this guy?
If you get there, you can drop him off and he'll give you something in return.
Okay, I'm assuming all the, officers that I can get have something like that?
Yes, every single one of the officers has a story.
So they're not randomly generated then?
No.
Okay. Roser's Wharf. What is this?
The Rose Market caters to collectors and eccentrics, anyone with exotic tastes and the gumption to harass sea captains. According to the archaic rules of the market, you can only make 1 trade per visit. Choose wisely. Also, gumption is a great word.
So I don't have the... I can make 1 trade, but only if I have the available things?
Correct. It's random every time.
Perhaps not.
She is staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she is available for work. I specialize in amputations. It's easy to acquire unwanted appendages at Z.
She is a surgeon, though, so she would replace him, right?
Correct. But I believe her stats are probably higher.
I couldn't do my man dirty like that. I've already talked to him. We've already become acquainted. He's already let me know where he wants to go.
Hiring her doesn't make him leave.
Oh. Okay, sure then.
She comes with a bag full of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anyone touch them.
Understandable. Invite her to dine with you.
She works with 2 scalpels at a time, or with a scalpel and a tinned instrument, pinning open the flesh she's working on. Her operations are brisk and yield very little blood.
Proposition the cladery hair?
Claderia.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Sure, let's dine together.
The cooked flesh arrives still in its shell. From the claws, 8 legs, body, and head, she renders a dozen neat, bite-sized piles of shredded flesh, sutured with mushroom or pinned together with a needle of chitin. Perhaps she had missed a calling as a chef. She denies it. My mother was the child of a surgeon in the first city. You might say that knife work runs in the family. There is a wicked, quirking smile at the
Mr.
corner
Noko
of her
says
mouth.
hi.
Then there are the rumors about my father. You would deny there's any truth in those.
An occurrence. You're learning about the clattery heir. Quality is now alerted to rumors about the clattery heir's parentage. So I can ask about her parents now?
You can if you want.
Strange catch.
So if you have something for her to chop up, you might open up a bit more.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Oh, your lodgings is a thing, okay.
The Khanate is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Carnelian coast want independence. They always do. The Untersee, the papers report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet, it hasn't. You'd know. Oh, a promotional coupon from Mrs. Plenty's Provisioners for half a cask of salt herring. You could use that.
Okay. You've gained the supplies. You've read recent news. Okay, so having done this, now I can talk about the news with other people. Okay, I think I'm beginning to understand how this works. I love listening to Joey narrate. Frankly, it's really nice because I've been doing this voice for 6 days now and I could use a little bit of a break, but also it lets me spend time with Joey. I'm glad the rest of you are enjoying it though. Ever so slightly. Again, the problem with the voice is not necessarily that it hurts my throat or anything like that. It's just that it's quiet. Like, I'm trying to speak at what I would think is a regular speaking voice, but I feel like I'm yell whispering. I'm straining my throat as if I'm yelling, but all that's coming out is a whisper. It's really hard to explain, and it's very weirdly stressful on the throat.
So if you visit the survey office, top option.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. You've done a port report. What have the nearly dead been up to then? So if you notice, he gave you 10 echoes and some fuel. 1 second, the kitten is like begging to get into my room.
I mean, that's the thing. I'm not actually whispering. I'm just like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm talking in like a low, breathy kind of voice. So it's kind of the same mechanics as whispering, as far as your throat is concerned, but I'm trying to do it at a speaking volume. So it's kind of difficult. And if I go just a little too high, then I just kind of drop the voice entirely. So, you know, it's just a little difficult. But I've committed to it, so we have to do it for 31 days. Well, that's a lie. There are a few days that I won't be doing it. Which is, the 16th, 17th, 18th, and the 19th. The days that I play Dead Space 3 with Balgo. Sorry, I can't sound like this in front of him. That's too embarrassing. That man is like a brother to me. Couldn't do it. Anyway, okay. Oh, okay, so I have to survey 3 ports and then okay. I think I'm getting the hang of this a little bit. Now, how do I put your ship in the dry dock? Okay.
I'm sorry if you can hear the kitten purring.
Okay, how come I can't repair my hull?
Scroll down a little bit.
Oh, wow, I don't have very much money, do I? It says this is the cheap option, and it requires 75 out of my 70. Oh, I'm very poor, huh? Fuck it. I'll let the Radis attempt to repair my ship. You've gained 42 hull. Okay, wow.
Rats sweep over your ship like tide. Day and night, their tiny tools click. Your crew step over them cautiously. Eventually, the rat tide withdraws. How good a job have they done?
Well, they did a really good job. I was fortunate, it says, so. Like I said, the weirder thing is going to be when I go back to my regular voice, and those of you who are attracted to this voice are going to have to reconcile with the fact that you're actually just attracted to me. Sorry, you thought you were immune. You're not.
You can check out the shops from here.
Okay, I don't think I need to buy anything, do I?
Why don't you buy some mushroom wine?
We are clay.
So these are some golems.
Oh.
Also, yeah, you don't want to run out of supplies.
Where can I buy supplies? Oh, right here. Okay.
Mrs. Plenty's.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this. This is fun. It's slow. I don't know that it makes a very good stream game, other than like as a one-off, but it's fun. Maybe this would make a good alt stream game. So when it gets to this middle point, is that when they eat?
Yes.
And I'm assuming this bar goes up the less people you have, since there's less to feed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look, it shows up here now. That's good, and it's still over here in the corner. That's really good. Oh, I like that a lot. That's really good. That's what it does in Sunless Skies. That's the only thing I know about Sunless Skies, is that text shows up like here on the map. Wait, what? How come I didn't get this part? Huh?
Good question.
What? Oh? Okay, weird.
Yeah, maybe you didn't sail over the magic pixel.
What does full power to the engines do?
So that will run your engines at full power. You will go twice as fast, but you will consume twice as much fuel, and it has a chance of exploding your engines.
Seems bad. Unless I need to get away from an enemy or something.
Yes, it's very useful as a Hail Mary to get out of a situation.
What is this line?
So the map is sorted into columns.
Oh, I understand.
So these are what are known as home waters, which is just like the waters closest to London.
Is this a port? Can I port here?
Yes.
Oh, well then I missed a port before. Okay. Yeah, no, I really like this.
Yeah, you can go a little faster. You'll consume more fuel, but there you go.
I didn't realize I was at a lower pace.
Yeah, you'll consume fuel faster.
Uh-oh. Do I have
Just
to
dock.
fight it?
You don't have to, just dock.
I'll do my best. Okay.
There you go. The giant enemy crab has been thwarted. Once, this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs. Before London fell and the waters rushed in, smoke spiraled from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises behind town.
So, do you have, like, ammo? Is there, like, an ammo count? Or can your guns just fire indefinitely?
Your guns can fire indefinitely, but like torpedoes have ammo.
Right, but just your basic guns can fire indefinitely.
Your basic
Okay.
guns do not need ammo.
Okay. So how do I get a port report?
Scroll down a little more. Chat to the fisherman, there you go. If you...
Oh, a port report, yep, I see it, okay.
Yeah, if you don't have a port report, you can do that.
Go ahead.
They sail the sea around the island. They mend their nets by the harbour. They see all that happens here, but you'll need coin to open their mouths. Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work, Carnate ships pulling in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty.
Okay. You know what this game could do with for a mod? Like a text-to-speech voice mod that just reads all the text in here, and like whenever you hover over a thing, it'll start reading that option.
You could probably do that with like any screen reader software, to be honest.
Maybe. You know what? Hold on. Because this game is so bat-based, here you go. I'll let him out of his cage.
He's coming out of his cage and he's been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all.
If I could only attach him to myself, that would be nice. Oh, I guess I can't. Okay. He can just rest right here. Why not?
Why don't you put him on top of the logbook?
Here? I suppose
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, because that tutorial's eventually going to go away.
What? Oh, over... Right, okay.
So why don't you explore the shore a little bit?
Sure. Oh.
Take a stroll along the beach. Perhaps the sea has brought you something. Wrap it in a cloth and carry it cautiously back to the ship. Perhaps it contains something less disgusting. There is probably something horrible inside, but possibly there is not.
Let's open it. Let's roll the dice. Or, as I like to say, let's go gambling! Aw, dang it!
Two sailors complain that the meat sighs melodramatically when cutlery is applied to it. They're probably engaging in mischief, but your crew become nervous. Nervous, but satiated.
Wait, so did that give us, like, food?
We got a little bit of food and a little bit of terror.
What's a little
If you notice...
What's a little terror among friends?
If you notice, the hunger bar has gone... is, like, empty, like that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, reset the food supply bar, that's the words I was looking for. If you go to the shops, just about every port has a shop.
Wait, how come I can't talk to this guy anymore? I could earlier.
You do not have a submarine.
I think it let me talk to him earlier, but okay. No shops available.
No shops available. Each port has different prices for different things. So like a port that is in an area where lots of mushrooms grow, for example, supplies are going to be cheaper because you can just pick a bunch of mushrooms and there you go, there's your supplies.
Right. Hello, fish. Okay, what is this? Pick up a wretched mog.
A yellow-eyed, mangy, piebald thing winds around your ankles like a manacle chain. You've never seen a cat's mouth open that wide. Presumably, It's hungry. It jumps down from your arms and disappears into the darkness of the ship. An hour later, 5 brutally executed rats are found on the foredeck.
Oh. It did eat 3 of my supplies, which is unfortunate. But okay.
Play, that eye roll says. Play. I played once, in the happy warrens of London, before you installed me in this floating coffin and made me eat dried food. Damn your play. It is an eloquent eye roll.
Okay. Rude. Rude ass. Okay. So, are they going to eat the food too if they're here?
No.
Okay, good. Only if they're assigned. Okay. Well, I think that's all I can do here, so I guess I'll leave.
So you only have 1 supply. You can actually beat up that crab.
Yeah, no, it's time for a crab battle. Rude.
Svala,
There we go.
speaking of hungry cats.
Why can't I fire? Oh, it has to be in my range. Okay.
I would love to read this, but Svala's arse is in the way. There we go. With a forlorn and wailing cry, the megalops turns on its back, legs neatly folded as bluish blood gouts from its wounds. Its golden glow begins to dim. The crew will feast. That glowing flesh is unstable. It crisps and withers as the glow fades. So eat it while it's fresh.
Oh, that didn't actually give me supplies. That's a little bit of a shame.
Zilk is our navigational bat. Yeah, so we need a way to get money to get supplies.
Okay.
Yeah, so crabs don't last that long. All they do is reset your hunger bar. They don't actually give you any supplies.
Right. Well, a little frustrating, but okay.
So it's best to go crab hunting when the hunger bar is full.
What if we dissect it?
You set to work with your knives and acid. It is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops, of one of the deep-sea crab species, but its eyes, normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts, are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then to your knife.
Joey? Falling twice now for a beautiful glow, huh? Just can't help yourself. I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to dodge an enemy attack.
Generally, enemies will have like a tell before they attack you. Like the crabs will shuffle a little bit before they charge you, so you can just kind of, you know, move slightly to the left, and they won't. Hopefully, they won't hit you.
One can hope. I wish there was a bit more music. Oh. What is this?
The jellyfish.
Oh, that's a lot of health. Oh, 8 damage too, huh? Okay. Oh, come on.
Yeah, there you go.
What? Rude. It's, okay.
The gilliflower. Is it a young jellyfish? A lesser subspecies? Did the dreams of jellyfish become real? In any case, now it's a sad slick of goo dissolving into the sea. It will wait in the hold like a cup of dissolved moon. One day you will eat it, or perhaps it will eat you.
Well, a little frustrating to dodge that one since it would just stay by the side of my ship, but...
Yeah, in some areas there's just no music. So this is where you would go to the surface.
Wait. I thought we couldn't do that.
No, you can. The sun is addictive.
What does that mean?
Because you've lived so long underground in the dark, being in the sun for too long kind of drives you mad.
Not sure I understand, but okay. Like, how long has London been underground? It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
A while.
I mean, everybody looks like normal people.
Ah, there you go. The sun has dominion over the surface and does not like that you're avoiding it.
Well, it's not like they chose to avoid it. London was literally teleported underground. What are
The
they?
sun doesn't care.
What are they supposed to do?
The sun is an elder god. It doesn't care.
Okay.
Card game ends badly when one surface sailor knifes another for all the usual reasons. The other players scrabble for the coins. Scrabble? Yeah, scrabble for the coins that spill from her pockets, but you snatch up a scrap of paper they overlook. Curious markings, dates, times, code names, spies work?
Moves in the great game. So wait, is the rest of the world just normal, as it would have been in the 1800s?
Yeah.
It's just London that's underground, and deals with all the eldritch things.
Yeah.
Do people know that London is underground?
Yeah. Well, I'd hope they do. There's a canal that goes from the undersea to
What
the surface.
fuck?
Jams Punch just resubscribed for 37 months. Hear me, are you underground?
Hi, Chloe. Thank you for another month of worship.
There is other stuff down here, but London is the only city that's down here.
Nobody's ever made attempts to get London back onto the surface? Or
Sorry.
Nobody's ever made attempts to just leave under here and put London back on the surface?
You can't. The
Why?
sun drives you insane.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, okay, when people were teleported, surely they were not instantly changed in that moment, so the sun would drive them insane.
They were.
Okay, what about people in, I don't know, Scotland or something?
They were fine.
I see. So, what if somebody from somewhere else, chose, like, what if somebody from, like, I don't know, Sweden comes to the fall in London? Can they go back up after that?
They can, but they would be changed. Because the stuff that's down here is kind of incomprehensible.
Sorry, Ishikawa, I have no idea what you're talking about. That's not my name. Never has been. So everybody is a vampire, basically.
Kind of, yeah. But the sun doesn't kill you, it just makes you slowly go insane.
Okay.
The gates open and shut. The locks remain free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London is safe in all the undersea, it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open.
I have to wonder why they have an interest in that, but okay. I mean, some of the lore can just be inferred, like... I mean...
See if there's a shop where you can buy some supplies. There you go.
I can't. Too expensive.
Dang it.
It's okay. We'll go back to London. Chat, some of the lore can just be inferred. As soon as you said the sun is harmful, I immediately assumed it was an elder god. That's not exactly a reach, you know? Like, I'm sure there's more mystery to it than that, but the sun is an elder god is not exactly far-fetched to assume. That doesn't feel like plot powers to me. Was that supposed to be a big mystery? That seemed immediately obvious before anybody even said it. I almost said it myself.
A hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue fades, but it's not a good omen.
What does this mean?
It's just a random event at sea.
So this is my lamp on the front of my ship?
Mm-hmm. The darkness in the Neath is more than the absence of light. It is a physical presence which distorts the shape of the world. Your light melts the darkness, restores sanity to the world. You explain something of this to your sailors. It's not the first time they've heard it, but they seem slightly less nervous.
Well, so I keep seeing stuff about how the game, this game just assumes you know a lot of Fallen London, but I don't quite think that's true. Like, the devs themselves explicitly state you can play this without having played Fallen London, and so do many people who both have and have not played Fallen London, so...
I think the game just expects you to have, like, the barest amount of media literacy.
I don't know, the Sun as an Elder God is also a pretty long-running, it's a pretty long-running thing in a lot of mythos, so I guess it just doesn't surprise me.
Oh, hey, crab.
I probably should kill that crab, but that would take time to get to. And I need to get to London and fast. We're at the hunger bar, and with no food, so I don't know what's going to happen.
There are options. Yeah, one of the SCP-001 proposals is basically just, hey, one day the sun decides that it hates us.
I mean, bats can talk as well, can't they? So, full disclosure, I've played about 5 minutes of Sunless Skies, and right in the very, very beginning of Sunless Skies, you meet a bat that becomes your Z-Bat the way it is in this game, and it talks about it haggling for pay. So I assume that all animals can speak. Oh, well, in Sunless Skies they can.
Yeah, but the Neath and the Skies are a very different place.
I mean, they're directly related, aren't they?
No, the Neath is an underground ocean, the sky is the sky.
Well, right, but I mean, they're the same universe.
Yeah.
Something has changed in the Neath. Okay.
Good evening, my lady. And what a marvelous evening it is, if you don't mind my saying so. And given it is my impression you are an obliging sort, I imagine you will not mind at all. And since you are so very obliging, perhaps you wouldn't mind making a little detour via Mount Palmerston with a few articles of cargo, if you happen to be in the area. The cheery man will of course cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, so this is the guy that gave you all the stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
If you would be so kind to deliver this little gift to our friends in Mount Palmerston, then they will see we gets to hear about it. And when you come back, we'll cover your expenses. Bon voyage, as my aunt, who was French by birth, if not by inclination, used to like to say.
A visit to Clathermont's tattoo parlor.
You're a real sailor now, after all. You could go to one of those tobacco and prey places by the docks, but the prices at Clathermont are reasonable, and his daughter's a real artist. But what sign will you choose?
Hmm. Sure, sounds like fun.
The gold needle pricks. Lily Clathermont hums. Is that butter on the chess knight's head? She shrugs. The ways of the great game are tangled. She doesn't seem to be mocking you. A pop-eyed pole across the parlour sees your new tattoo, hisses, and ducks his head in respect.
Okay, not totally sure I understand what I just did, but sure. What do you mean I'm trafficking
got-
in human souls? Oh, those are actual human souls. Okay.
So you got a spy's cipher tattooed on you, but you don't actually know what it means.
So, when he said that he wanted me to deliver some souls, he wasn't saying that as a euphemism. He did literally mean souls.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. I'm okay with trafficking in human souls. The Merchant Venturer.
An urchin tugs your sleeve. Governor wants a word. A brooding figure waits at the lamplight's edge. I have need of a reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask you how you came by these things.
Okay, well I can't help him right now. Maybe I can come back later.
Go to the Admiral's office. You can get supplies for your... Ah, there you go.
Gained 5 echoes. Oh, I thought I was going to gain 10 for each one. That's worrisome.
No. You think the governing body of this city isn't highly aware of what's happening in the canal to the surface?
You know, that's a fair point.
You can sell your soul in this game, actually. To a very pretty devil.
Well, I have enough to speak to
there you
this
go.
person. Oh, no. I guess not. I surveyed 3 ports, but
You did.
why can't I speak to them? Unlocked with favors, Admiralty's favor, no more than 2, you have 2. Why can't... Huh? I've done 3, because I was paid for 3.
We'll come back next time.
I don't think I spent a favor. Okay, that's fine.
Go to the dry dock. See the Admiralty yards?
Yes. I can't
So
do it,
you
though.
can...
I don't have the money, and I don't have the favor.
Yeah, if you have enough favor, you can get really good work done on your ship for a hefty discount. Also, yeah, you didn't get favor for reporting on the canal.
Ah, okay. Visit the university.
Oh yeah, you have a secret. You can go visit the university.
Also a new recruit. Doesn't look like I can get any of them, though. Oh well.
No, you don't have the money.
Money is quite hard to come by, I guess.
Go to the university. The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets, Z specimens, and other tidbits of esoteric lore. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. Oh yes, the university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. Oh yes, this is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. She? Explains, teeth glinting.
Favors antiquarian. What does that mean?
It means... well, continue. So this is the alarming scholar. You unlock favors with them? And you can sell, like, non-physical goods to them. Hold on, I got a thing to read. The alarming scholar is mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her... is it her? Appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary. To keep his... it is his... razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me?
Okay. Extraordinary implications, searing enigmas. Well, I don't have any searing enigmas or extraordinary implications, so... okay. Sure, let's try cruise in the Wolfstack docks. Let's see what happens. Ah, I was unlucky. Fuck, I lost echoes. Okay.
You wake in the back room of Gaston's lamprey, head pounding. You had something to drink, but beyond that it's a little hazy. Your knuckles are bloody. Your blood, you think. And your shirt bloody likewise. Probably not yours, unless your blood is slick and greenish. You've had better nights out. A difficult brew? Gaston says gnomically.
Gnomically.
We've got some recent news at least.
Okay, well, my odds aren't looking good, but I guess we don't have anything to do but go. I was going to buy some rations for... oh, well, they're 20. So never mind, I wasn't going to buy anything for anything. Oh well.
May I suggest a place to go?
Sure.
That may help solve your problem. Go to Hunter's Keep.
Okay, can do.
Oh, Chloe, did I pronounce that wrong? I'm going to be honest. A lot of the words in this, I'm having to say out loud for the first time, so I'm just kind of guessing at how some things are pronounced.
Son of a bitch.
Vexy, going north won't solve all of our problems. Now going to the southwest also won't solve our problems, but it'll be interesting. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist like 100 other Untersee islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush in the false starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlour, grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come, for me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush, if we don't speak of it. She frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw.
Okay.
Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle, the house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least.
This island doesn't seem to be all that it looks to be on the surface. Hello?
A
Knock,
maid
knock.
with smouldering...
I was just knocking at the door.
Oh. A maid with smouldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlour where the three young women await. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us?
A Zaylor is praying.
So, which sister would you like to speak with?
Cynthia seems kind of like she has my heart. Melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. I am a poet, after all, or a philosopher, one of them.
You're something.
Let me see. What am I? I picked it somewhere.
You're an alchemist.
Let's go with Cynthia.
Cynthia grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue. Her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside, above a wide blue lake, listening to a story of a murder, an axe, a net, blood on scented water. Another chop? Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry.
That's right, it's not a lake. It's a deep, dark, unending ocean. I have a tale of terror. Okay. You now have the gods of the sea salt attention. A god of the sea named Salt? Is that... It knows I exist now? Okay, fair enough.
It knows you exist. It also reset your hunger.
I see that. Oh, the parlor is empty. Where are the sisters?
The maid makes it clear through a series of unwelcoming growls that Phoebe, Lucy, and Cynthia are all three indisposed. No lunch today, apparently. If you have news, you ask the sulphur-eyed maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured and you're invited to lunch.
Oh, so every time I have news I can come back here and eat? Is that how it works? Let's speak to Lucy.
Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in a vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months.
You now have the gods of the Z's stone's attention. Okay. Okay. Well, I got 2 supplies out of that. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I suppose I'll have to come back to Hunter's Keep a 3rd time at some point.
So, do not go back to London until you've done the shady guy's request.
The one who wants me to bring the,
Yes. Do not go back to London until you've done that, because it will go badly.
Okay.
He will not be happy with you. Head north.
Where's the college I have to get to then?
We're not going to the college, we're going to Mount Palmerston.
I didn't know you'd played so much of this game.
I've played a lot of it.
Oh?
That's just another ship.
Which means it also has guns.
It also has supplies.
She's a vile old vessel, huh? Okay. Oh, only fuel. That's a shame.
Yeah, you might want to avoid combat for a little bit.
I mean,
Yeah,
I only took 5 damage there. All things considered, when it had 30 health, that's not too bad.
Yes, but we have to get to Mount Palmerston and we have to get back. Might as well pick up a port report while we're here.
Wait, can you get a port report multiple times?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, sure. You sure this isn't going to get me in trouble with the guy?
No, because the guy's in London.
No. The guy wanted me to deliver him to Venderbright, remember?
You already did that.
Right. So shouldn't I bring the person here?
No, you have as much time as you need for that.
You said if I went back to London, he'd be upset.
No, the guy in London who gave you the free fuel.
Oh, I thought you meant this guy.
No.
Okay,
This guy's
okay.
fine. This guy's patient.
Right. Okay, I do need to deliver these then. Oh, this is illegal smuggling.
Correct.
That did not occur to me. Okay.
So it's explore Venderbight for the...
Learning about the bandage... What?
Poissonnier.
Do I even have that?
No.
Then why is it there?
Because the game shows you things that you could do if you had certain things as a way to kind of encourage you to collect those things, if that makes sense.
Ah, okay.
So it's like, oh, this happens if I give this guy some mushrooms. Let's go find some mushrooms to give to this guy. Anyway. At the twisty grip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered window of a restaurant. A sign reads, Vengeance of Jonah. A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A grey moustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in. It's a cramped little place, but much better lit than most places in the tomb colonies. The scents of the dishes are multitudinous and extraordinary. Are they good? They might be. They might be good. It's difficult to tell.
So, let me get this straight. This town is entirely made up of people who... You can't die in fallen London. So, this town is entirely made up of people who have become so old and so wretched that they might as well be corpses, and they've been entombed, right?
Yeah.
Why is there even anybody who lives here to make food in the first place?
Why not?
Who are they making the food for?
They aren't good at choosing where to set up their businesses.
Okay.
Okay, so Mount Palmerston is further north. Oh, bats!
What? They took one of my supplies. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, the bats ate them.
Well, I got them back. It's okay.
You'll know Mount Palmerston when you see it.
So, okay, what I'm confused about, Chad, the thing I don't understand, is, they were described as being like, if you're so decrepit and so rotten and falling apart so much from age, that you have to, like, be inside... What the hell is that?
Do not fuck with it.
Okay, I'll do my best.
You cannot win. Just avoid it as much as possible.
Lifeberg, huh? Okay.
Look at its HP.
I see it. I'm trying to get away. Can I go under this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, what I'm confused about is if they're described as being so rotten that they have to sleep inside of tombs. I mean, presumably that's like a permanent thing, right? You just get in the tomb and then you never get out, right?
They just choose to. Oh god, I have to voice this place. Okay.
What's wrong with that?
You'll see. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale wastes stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here, you might almost imagine they were snow. North of the city, the salt pools fizz with an unlikely colour. Wither is a quiet, chilly town of grey stone and closed courtyards. The people are neither exactly unfriendly nor exactly hospitable. They have the irritating habit of answering a question with a question. Here and there are odd sights tucked away.
I'm not asking why don't they do the sensible thing. I'm trying to understand the setting. So, like, are they essentially, like... Well, my understanding of the guy that I transported who was all wrapped up in bandages was that he was so, like... He was so old and so decrepit that if he were to try to stand up on his own, his skeleton would break since that's all that's left. So he just has to be entombed forever. Not dead, just inside a tomb forever.
Yeah, they're mummies.
They're not fragile. Okay. I assumed they were, like, fragile to the point of, like, I thought the tomb was to stop them from breaking because of their fragility.
No, it's because nobody wants to look at them. That's why they wear bandages too.
Okay. So what it's unlocked when something awaits you is blank. What does that mean?
It just means you haven't been to that particular port in a while, so you can maybe, do an event there. You fall into a reverie as you wander the shore. There are words in the wind, a story of sorts, of a gate in the north, of a pale light that began there, of a drowned light that will end there, of a high wilderness that other ships may sail. You lift your eyes. On the wall of a salt works, someone has scrawled, "Is there a sea more sunless?"
Gods of the Sea Storm.
So you have met all three gods of the sea, which is salt, storm, and stone.
Man, every time I delve into one of these, it feels like... I don't know how to describe it. The chat, you make me feel like the most uncultured person in the entire world. Like, I'll just suddenly oh, I have a vague passing interest in this thing, and suddenly 20 people in chat are like, hello, I have an encyclopedic knowledge about this thing and have dedicated years to researching it, and it's like, wow, I'm really fucking boring by comparison. No, it's okay, it's just... It's humbling, I guess. I don't know.
After you're done with this stream, this would be a really good stream deck game for you.
Yeah, I thought about that. The only problem is that the controls are kind of ass, but...
They're a lot better on controller.
It doesn't have controller support on the Steam Deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Get it on the Switch.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Actually, hold on. 1 second. Let me look up something.
Gives me a chance to get some water. Yeah, I have a ginger cookie. Hey, Corvus.
Hi, Twig. We were talking earlier about how I'm going to be on your show later.
What kind of Corvid are you?
A raven, I believe.
Ah, American Crow. I feed my local murder. It's a lot of fun. They're good pals. They like peanuts. And cat kibble. What are we looking up?
I was going to see about looking at it on my Switch. That is frustrating. How much better that looks on Switch. Like, not how much better, but how good the controls look, I guess.
Oh, they're so good.
Why does this keep happening? Why do video games keep getting made where they get ported onto console later, and then they don't backport those console controls onto the PC? It's so frustrating. It just keeps happening. You've already put in the work. You've already made it happen. Just put it back. This isn't even like a thing where like I'm a gamer who doesn't understand why it's hard to just do the thing. I've done these things. I know how they work. You're already messing with the source code of the game. Just put it backwards on the PC version.
So there's probably a very good community layout that mimics the Switch controls.
I mean, probably, but... Well, the problem is that the Switch controls change the UI. Like, that's what I was looking at. So, like, the problem is... Let me show you.
It doesn't change the UI that much.
Like this down here, the battle thing down here is different. This is bigger, but this is smaller. Like, it changes it enough. Like, it's definitely not like... It's not like a huge change, but still. It would be playable on Steam Deck. It's just annoying more than anything.
I have the same brain cell as Hannah.
I don't even know if you can do this in the PC version where you can make your logbook bigger. Hold on. Let me see if that's an availability to me. Also, Doppel wants to be flirted with. You know, I've never had deer before. I suppose I can find out what you taste like. Not that you've got much of a choice in the matter.
Oh, venison's delicious.
Hold on. Options, key binding. No, there isn't any way to make your log big like that. That's annoying. That would be a really useful feature. Excuse me.
What the fuck?
Flopsy Dops just resubscribed for 16 months. Ever since I saw you, I've been seeing a pronged eye in my dreams that keeps telling me to call a lawyer for my impending work accident. How do I make that stop?
You put a call in to my good friend Saul. Mr. Goodman will get you sorted. Man, you know what I really wish I could get? I really desperately wish that I had the available funds to buy a Switch OLED.
Same.
Okay, I guess it's just gonna keep doing that. That's annoying. I wish I could get a Switch OLED, and I wish I could get a mod chip for it, because I really, like, so, I'll be honest, this is such a little baby complaint that has no merit, but, I kind of hate using my Switch now, and it is entirely because, hold on.
You've been spoiled by the Stream Deck?
You mean Steam Deck? No, it's not that. Hold on. I mean, I also have an easily exploitable Gen 1 Switch, but the problem is, And
Also, Flopsy, try a, like, hot water bottle, like, on your abdomen. It really helps.
let me take a step. Hold on.
Okay, while you don't need to borrow my voice, I'm gonna go pee.
Okay. So, the problem is entirely, and feel free to mock me for this because I know this is stupid. This is a Nintendo Switch, right? It's a good device, it's useful, it's fun. I like playing on it, it's fine, right? This is a Nintendo Switch. This is a Nintendo Switch OLED. So, the problem, now that I've seen what the Switch OLED looks like, these black bars here for the bezel feel fucking huge. They feel massive. They've totally ruined it for me. Now that I've seen that it looks like this, like, now that I've seen that the bezels can get this small, this feels like it was made in the 1990s. It feels so bad just to even look at it now. I hate this thing now, comparatively to this. It's such a small thing, but it feels so much worse because of it. Like, seeing that it doesn't have to be that way, every time I'm just like, wow, look at this tiny little fucking screen inside of a giant black box. It sucks. It sucks, and it ruins it for me. And I know that that's a little like baby complaint, but it genuinely ruins it for me. I hate this so badly. It makes me so upset.
Anyway, you only have me for another couple of hours.
I know, I'm only streaming for another couple of hours.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is maybe let's continue with the game.
I know. Okay.
Are you asking for any particular reason? At what time of day? Is that your hat? Might it be 6? It could be 6. Eventually you cobble together enough implication and supposition to compose a report.
So I'm going to assume, because of the closeness to the salt here, that the people here are a little insane, because the god of the Z whispers to them.
They just like to ask questions. This actually isn't the place I was thinking of. The place I'm thinking of is like way far to the east. It's, they like to switch tenses mid-sentence. It's very annoying.
Yeah, but Hannah, that just tells me you don't play in, you play in docked mode rather than tablet mode, and I would rather play in tablet mode if I'm being honest with you. Or undocked, whatever. I like having it in handheld mode.
I would head east from here. If you carry on going north, you will sail off the map.
No, I saw. My Joy-Cons were also broken, but it was just stick drift, so I just bought sticks and repaired them.
Also, yeah, you only have 2 things of fuel left, but that's not going to be a problem once we get to Mount Palmerston. You'll see why.
Oh, you know what just occurred to me? It just occurred to me, I could just buy like a Switch OLED tablet without the controllers. Rather than buying like a Switch OLED, I could just buy the tablet because you don't need, like, as long as I have working Joy-Cons, you don't have to get new ones. Huh. That never occurred to me until just now. Maybe I'll look into that at some point. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just need the tablet. You don't need new controllers. Like, you just need the screen and the main part. I don't have to buy Joy-Cons. I already have those.
Oh, here comes the music.
Am I going up or down?
No, keep going east. Head down a little bit. Ah, there it is.
So this is hell, right?
This is an opening that goes straight to hell, yes.
Oh no. Well, fuck it. Time to eat.
The higher-minded, or less hungry, crew lock themselves away. You and the less scrupulous stalk the ship's corridors, gathering the emaciated remains of your once fellows. It's not what you'd call good eating, but it'll make a sustaining stew.
So let me guess, now I'm addicted to eating human meat?
No, you just tried it. There's a port just up there. You see it?
I do.
Don't worry about this for now. You don't have to do like desperate things for fuel right now. Sullen lights glow green at the jetty's edge. Behind the port buildings, the island is knee-deep in ash. There are ruins here and there, of houses destroyed by fire. Far above, the mountain's top flickers red, just for an instant.
Okay, let's deliver the smuggled souls.
You give the hooded shape a sign of recognition. It hisses the reply you expected. You hand over the crate and receive a chitty, marked with thief sign.
What is a chitty?
I don't know.
Is this a port report for this place? I can't tell.
Yes. Read the tooltip.
It says unlocked with no more than 0.
Right, so if you have 0... Yes, that's the port report.
Like, I get what it's doing, but it would be nicer if it just said, this will give you a port report.
True. They don't do us any harm. They stay up there, and we stay down here. If hell's fighting itself, that's good for us all, isn't it? At the heart of a salty little bog, you come upon a pulsing mound of blemigans. They are a rich, dark purple, like viscera, perhaps, or blackberries. They chitter as they swarm. The sound is like pebbles on a beach. Be careful. A single blemigan is a nuisance. 100 are a calamity.
We have a 63% chance to observe them, why not?
They do resemble the fruiting bodies of fungus. The mound itself looks fungal. Are they the same organism? And they communicate and cooperate. You watch as they drag a marsh rat up the side of the mound, bickering over the disposition of its flesh. And you watch as a half-dozen stand on the top of the mound, listening respectfully to the chittering of a seventh. It's improbably reminiscent of a poetry recital. You take notes.
So, what am I to do now?
Go to the shop. So fuel is extremely cheap here because it is a hole that goes straight to hell.
Right. It's too expensive for me, though.
Okay, go to Desperate Measures. The story tab. There you go. So you can make sacrifices to the various gods.
So I can wound myself, sacrifice somebody, or sacrifice a secret?
Yes, you whisper a secret.
That seems like the easiest one to get back.
I mean, go ahead. It lands on the rail and cocks its head. It blinks at you, two tiny eyes like chips of crystal. It rises and is lost in the deep night of the earth. Your gaze follows it. When your gaze returns to the ship, you realize that the ship is elsewhere. Gasps from your crew tell you you're not imagining it. Perhaps it's not where you want it to be, but that's salt for you.
You should probably read this part too, just so that we know what you're talking about. Oh no. Where am I? We have entered the sea of statues. Giants gape at us. King Eater's castle rises ahead, where fools give up their future. Oh. Seems like I died.
No, you're still alive.
Well,
an old veracity
sure.
lives here. In the far reaches of the sea. The priests are long gone, but sacrifices are still made. Perhaps you have come here to make a sacrifice. Perhaps the sacrifice is you. Everything is horrible. It's not really an appropriate title for a formal report, is it? Let's find something a little more clinical. A woman in rags stands on the battlements, staring to the east. I'm sorry, I didn't expect anyone else to be here. Sit with me. No, I do not look east. I only dare because I know I will see nothing, like the 5 before me. It is my first time at sea. We do not get out much, but you must have travelled far to end up here. Tell me your stories. You barely begin before she interrupts. How about the Gant pole? They say there they see the future. If you go, could you ask what the 7th will witness? I happily give my life to prepare the ground, but to know would be the greatest of honours.
Yeah, Twig, this is my girlfriend, Joey. She is voicing the game for me because she has a great narration voice and is also very sweet. Also,
I love you too.
I've been doing this voice a lot, and it gets tiring. Okay, so I may not literally be dead, but yeah, I'm going to assume, especially looking at this map, it's a little hard to get back to London. So, I think I'm fucked.
See what else you can do at the castle. There might be something you can do.
Eat your crew, lose your mind, an act of burning faith. Nope. Can't do any of those.
I like that. Lose your mind. Offer your thoughts on the altar.
Do not do this.
You could make another sacrifice to the gods.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Sure. Storm, go for it. Well, that just repaired my hull. Okay.
Storm, the god in the roof, angriest of the three. He's as likely to crush you as to save you, but you could hardly be worse off after all. He will require a death. Time to draw lots. The blood of the sacrifice is black in the deck lights. The crew are silent. No one will look at anybody else. The Z stirs. It withdraws, flattens unnaturally, rises in a wave as high as a hill. Your ship is borne up, 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 high enough that you glimpse the roof underneath, and then comes smashing down.
Well, okay. Great.
See if stone is nicer to you. Stone is the kindest of the gods of the sea, but that's not saying very much. She has a great wound from which a river of blood flows. Wound yourself in memory of her, and perhaps you'll show mercy. Your ship's doctor bandages the wound efficiently. You pace the deck and ignore the pain as best you can. Your engineer approaches. Captain, there's more fuel in the bins than I realized. Just a little. I'd looked 3 times. I'm sure it wasn't there before, but now, it might be enough.
It's not going to be enough to get us across the entire fucking sea, but sure.
It's enough to get you somewhere.
Oh, and now I can't even do the desperate. Okay, well. Alright. Well, at least we have less mouths to feed, I suppose.
Yep. I would just say head west and go to the first island that you can. Yeah, I would also go slower to save on fuel.
Oh, that's a golden glowing ship. Probably shouldn't fuck with that.
Yeah, don't. So sacrificing to Storm, no, not Storm, Stone, almost always takes you to this castle.
Did you mean salt?
Yes.
Maybe a good idea to turn off the lights too. Does that consume fuel?
Yes.
Oh. There's a hand in the water.
Mm-hmm.
With only 3 fingers.
There's another one down there.
And that one has 4.
Yeah, head more downwards.
Doing my best.
Demon McFasdine hanged himself, my lady. She's been laid out down below. Shall we? The funeral? Your bosun's face is furtive.
Nope. Put that body to good use. We're practical around here.
The crew are starving. You're starving. These things happen at sea. No one need know. You announce the unexpected rediscovery of a lost barrel of salt pork. Muted cheers greet the announcement. That afternoon, your sailors tuck into the meager rations of meaty broth in utter silence. No one asks about Seaman McFadden.
Wow, the writing in this is really good. Not that that's much of a shocker to say, but still. I actually, I'll be honest, I only scheduled one day of this, and then did another of Sunless, I was gonna do 2 Sunless Skies and 2 Sunless Seas, but I was afraid I wouldn't like this game very much since it's not as polished as, Sunless, Skies, but it's pretty good. It's definitely slower paced, but...
The lookout shouts. Far above, the false stars in the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now?
Wait, what does this mean?
It's just a random event.
No, what does it mean that the cavern is shifting?
It means what it says.
50-50 odds, I like them.
3 of the false stars wink out altogether as suddenly as closed eyes. The pattern that remains is as hopeless and meaningless as cast dice. Somewhere, Azalea begins to sob. So yeah, there's lights in the roof that they call false stars, and sometimes they move. Oh, we're coming up on something.
Varkas is some distance to the west. Okay, time to make another sacrifice to stone. That puts me at 2 wounds, but we had to do something.
If you manage to get back to London, you can heal.
That's good. That right there, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, McFadden, you died again. Well, thanks for coming back over again. Would love to have a meal.
Okay, there's a port here. Yeah, remember, it's not over till it's over. Plates are empty, cups are dry. Your crew's loyalty is less certain by the day.
Ah, I succeeded.
A hungry light burns in their eyes, but they're with you still. For now.
We're right at a port, boys. Just wait a little longer. So, what is this place's deal? Oh.
A mirrored city where light was always the law.
Oh, it's the sun.
It's mirrors. The walled city of Varkas is a tangle of green vines and luminescent fungal flowers, slow blooming around mouldering stone. A quincunx of carved, stepped towers rise over the walls and pour burning white light into the bleak sky. A rough, shadowed path leads from the docks to the murmured gates of Varkas. Two towering carved stone lamps throw their light on the angled mirrors, and a blue-cloaked guard stands in the reflected pool of light. The city is a beacon against the tree-hushed, sprawling darkness of the Elder Continent. In the far distance, a vast mountain glimmers. Tone down the details of the light and its brilliance. You don't want to inspire any envy in the Admiralty staff.
Yeah, getting transported down here feels like I got thrown very much into the deep end, but it's interesting.
The sailors wave you over. They are sitting on some upturned crates on the docks, playing a game with mirrored chips and stylized snakes made of bone. You're not thinking of going in there. The sailors gawk at you in unconcealed horror. They take turns telling you gruesome stories of Varkas, which they no doubt invented whole cloth. Some are convinced that the Varkasi render sailors into tallow to light their city. Others say they steal shadows and sell them to their masters. All of them are convinced that they blind any strangers who dare to gaze too long upon their city's secrets. We're just waiting to be paid and then we're off, one of the sailors says, nervously fingering a mirror chip. I've only got one eye left, and I'd like to keep it. So if there's nothing besides the go button, it means you can do it regardless.
Okay.
Never a bad idea to gather a little intelligence before heading into unknown waters, or cities, as the case may be. The blue-cloaked guard only acknowledges your existence when you step out of the darkness of the path and into the light from the lamps. Up close, the guard's blue cloak is threadbare and mossy along the hem. A pattern of embroidered suns runs along the collar, but the gold thread is dull. The kohl around her eyes is smudged. "Well, Tomas," she asks, "are you going to ask your questions, or are you just going to stare?" Her tone is brusque, but her expression is curiously eager. You do not think Varchas receives many visitors. "Your name is not Tomas," you correct her politely. The guard looks scandalized and tries to stop her ears. "All those who are not Varkasi are Tomas. You have been touched by darkness, and it has taken your name." She fixes you with an admonishing look and adds, "It is very ill-mannered to pretend you still have one." You begin to see a little why Varkas is not often visited. It looks like you'll have to get used to being called Tomas if you wish to enter.
This is an incredibly compelling place.
It all seems a bit wasteful, possibly even ostentatious. "We must always walk in Mahir's light, so we burn our lamps night and day to banish darkness from the mirrored city," she tells you proudly. "If we let darkness corrupt us, we would not be Varkasi any longer, but Tomas, like you." You wonder, is that so terrible a fate? Her mocking laugh answers you even before her words do. "Yes, it would be terrible indeed, Tomas. And before you ask," she adds, "no, I do not have any desire to leave Varkas. The rest of Neath has fallen from Mihir's grace, and I have no wish to join them." Does she like her job? Does anyone? "It is a great honor to guard the mirrored gates," she snaps defensively. She gestures to the edge of the pool of light illuminating her post. "It is very dangerous. Even a small stumble and I could fall into the dark. Her voice goes thready. I would be banished from Mahia's grace. I would lose my name. That is why they only send the bravest outside the walls. Best to know before you flout them. Easier to plan an escape route that way. Don't touch the mirrors. Don't even look into the mirrors, she says, her voice hard. And try very hard not to dream. Were you expecting something along the lines of don't murder anyone or only wear red on special occasions? Still, you nod and smile.
I guess that's all I have to ask.
She looks a little disappointed, but does not try to engage you further. Choke on the smell. It is overpowering, sweet. It comes from the fungus growing wild all over the city's stones. The flowers have white, waxy leaves which leave powdery traces on your fingers. The light coming from the city has the same camphorous quality, and the smell, perfume worn too many days on the body. Unread books left to turn to ink-stained pulp. A garden drowned and rotting in still water.
Well, I guess it's time to enter.
Well, what else are gates for if not to go through? She makes a mark in her ledger before ringing a brass bell. The mirrors of the gates rearrange to give you space to pass, but never once allow shadow to touch the guard. Our ways are not yours, Tomas. Remember that, and walk in the light of Mahia. Your eyes are blinded by the brilliance of the light. The verdant rot smell is even thicker. The heat of so much flame and reflected light presses oppressively against your skin. Your head pounds. It's a few minutes before your eyes adjust and you can look around. Brass lamps and gilded sconces hang from every wall, and phosphorescent fungus grows moss-like upon doorways and ceilings. Cunningly arranged mirrors catch every droplet of light and diffuse it till each cobblestone and rampart of the city is drenched and blazing, and utterly without shadow. Who do you speak to?
So where are they getting the light of this from? Is it not the sun?
I think there are parts of the roof that are kind of open, so they could just be trapping a tiny bit of light. Oh, no, it's the mushrooms. The mushrooms are... Also, can I just say I'm really proud of myself for cold reading the words phosphorescent fungus?
Yeah.
And not fucking it up.
That's good. I'm proud of you. Okay. It looks like knells of the tower no more than 4, and there's 4 options here. I'm assuming each one of these is going to give me a knell of the tower.
Yes, you can only spend a certain amount of time here. Otherwise the light is a bit too much.
What is Children of the Glow?
Oh, that's what we call your eggs, right?
True, actually, true.
Okay.
Okay.
Who are we going to speak to?
Let's talk to the Firekeeper.
Dressed all in saffron, a pair of thick, fireproof gloves dangle from a silver chain at her waist. I'm too important to play guide to you, Tomas, she tells you before you even open your mouth. I'm the keeper of the Western Principal Mirror, who points up at the enormous multi-faced mirrors set atop each of the city's 5 towers. I'm only here because I'm looking for my idiot brother. He's probably busy... Thank you. He's probably busy pouring wine down some pretty dark-eyed boy's throat in a tavern. Is it a matter of great urgency, you wonder? He's late for his lamp checks in the Sacred District, is her terse reply, as she hurries away. How do you... If the Agnihottri found out, he'd be lucky to end up a lake dredger.
I think that's how you would say it, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's speak to the white-cloaked guard.
The suns embroidered on his cloak are picked out with gold thread, and the edge is jewelled with carnelian. Tomas, he presses his hands together in greeting, then gives you an anguished look. You look terrible. Are you sick with this terrible outsider's disease? Or is that what your nose is naturally like? Over your protestations, he gives you directions to the hospital. Oh, the medics are all butchers to be sure, but they walk in the light of Mahia, he adds breezily, and then points out the guardhouse and the vague direction of the Temple of Mahia, and a street of bars and gaming houses. We don't want to get a reputation for being inhospitable. He laughs, as if he has made a grand joke, and you laugh along weakly.
Okay. The jewel-turbaned youth.
He is winking at you. Is that a furtive wink, or a flirtatious one? Only one way to find out. He looks utterly overjoyed to make your acquaintance, the bangles on his wrist flashing as he presses his hands together in greeting. My friends and I would be honoured if you would attend a small gathering with us, Tomas. We are so eager to hear about the world outside Varkas' city walls. It seems an innocuous enough invitation, but then why does his gaze dart around so anxiously as he tells you how to find his mansion in the Eastern District?
Okay.
The mirrored city gleams invitingly. You'll get used to the smell in time. You walk.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I was reading a thing.
Sorry.
Interrupted me. It's story time now. You walk galleried courtyards wreathed with vines and fungal blooms. Long straight roadways crisscross the length and breadth of Varkas, the stone worn by the wheels of carts and the tread of thousands of slippered feet. Lamplighters constantly check the fuel levels of the sconces and replace wicks. Firekeepers check the coiled spring mechanisms that control the angle of the mirrors. There is much to explore, so where will you go next? You are very wounded. The hospital might...
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
The hospital lies in the shadow of the southern tower. Are you feeling a little fevered? Do you hope to learn medical secrets? Or perhaps you just enjoy the moans and flushed faces of the sick and suffering? The charitable hospital is a long, galleried building divided into a series of curtained wards with their own light sources and mirror series. A dour-faced nurse glances at you expectantly. Which ward are you here to visit?
What is the mirrorless room like? I'm curious.
The ward is locked several times over, and the dour-faced nurse looks uncomfortable when you mention it. That is where we keep the mirror mad, he says, with a shudder. The mirrors whispered to them. and instead of going to the sun priests, they whispered back. And you just abandon them in a locked room? We don't despise them. They are given food and water. Tending the Mirror uses up almost as much fuel as Mahia's temple, because they can only be lit with direct lamplight. We don't dare let them near any mirrors. He shudders again. The Mirror are worse than Tomas. They no longer serve Mahia, but other powers, those that speak in dreams and visions. She refuses to say anything else.
Well,
you can leave the hospital and go somewhere else if you want.
Well, so I have 4 things. So what happens if I keep going?
I don't know.
Let's go to the temple and see what happens.
It lies in the sacred district, at the center of Arkas. The sound of the bells grows louder and more reverberant as you approach. The temple tower pierces through the city's heart, taller than the other 4 towers, which stand at each of the cardinal points. Around the temple sprawls the sacred district, vine-covered stone shrines, still ponds glowing with algae, and flash-finned carp. Priests in white, their wrists heavy with metal chains. There are no mirrors in the Temple of Mahia. The rest of the city has to make do with mirrored light and reflection, but Mahia's most sacred space is filled with hundreds of lamps and lit candles of hard-packed phosphorescent fungus.
Hmm. 38% success chance. 30% success chance. I would like to know more, even if it drives me mad. Fuck.
Every surface of the temple is carved and worked. If you peer closer, the bas-reliefs depict Varkas's fall into the Neath. Perhaps it is the sound of the temple's brass bells ringing, or the chanting of the sun priests, or the smell of incense mingled with sweet rot. But the carvings swim in front of your eyes. You cannot make sense of them.
Wait, Varkas fell? Well, I mean, I'm in it, so I would have to assume so. Couldn't be on the surface or I couldn't be in it. It's down here with us. Doesn't look like I can do anything else. Oh, I can go to the inn. Each Tomas is assigned a room. Okay.
The light is endless and merciless. Will you sleep? All visitors to Varkas are given one night's accommodation in the city's only inn. It is a handsome stone mansion arranged around a pleasantly cool courtyard. Frescoes of city life are painted on the walls. Given how few visitors Varkas hosts, you suspect the inn is more usually used by philandering locals. Evening falls. Or does it? The town's 5 principal mirrors are mounted on coiled spring mechanisms and alter their angles subtly to create the impression of evening. Across the city, the firekeepers throw pinches of coloured powder into the lamps, and the quality of light yellows to a softer brightness. Oh, you can go to the kitchens. You're very hungry.
I am, but I can also do this, which gives me a 100% chance. I'm not sure what it does, though. I suppose
Remember,
I will try the kitchen.
The guard told you not to dream.
That's true.
The smells of cooking mingle with the fungus rot, but you're not going to let that put you off your food. The inn's cook is a large, scowling man with arms like a stevedore? Stevedore? Who turns you out without a word. Are all cooks fearsome? What you wouldn't give for a crease-faced, kindly old lady with sweet tarts in her pockets.
Okay.
It is night, although there is no night in Varkas. Time to sleep.
She did tell me not to dream.
I mean, you could still do it.
We'll give it a shot.
The bed is low and wide and draped with cotton sheets stamped with vegetable dye patterns in muted greens and blues. You fall into sleep easily despite the bright light, but your dreams are full of whispering, glittering smokes. Mirror vapors that coil into reflection warping shapes. You see your limbs bend, your skin slough, your eyes twist. You wake with your heart pounding. Your nostrils are full of the fungal rot smell of Varkas. Your body is as it always was, but somehow that is not as comforting as it should be. Outside of time in Varkas is strictly rationed. Each morning at dawn, the guard visits the inn to eject any Tamas they find. They are polite, but very definite. Return, the guard tells you. But not yet. With that, they usher you into the darkness beyond the walls. You blink, mirror dazzles from your eyes. It's cold out here.
Okay, well that was a whole lot of time in Varkas. I guess I can't leave either, or go back in. Okay, well, that was a whole lot of time doing nothing. Back to dying at sea. I guess we can... Nope. I should have checked while I was inside Varkas, but nope. Well... At this point, I'm just going to make another sacrifice to Salt and hope that they teleport me somewhere better. Oh, nope, it's just here every time. Okay.
I think... stone?
I can't do stone, I'll die. I have 2
Storm.
wounds.
I think Storm occasionally teleports you to London.
Nope, just gave me whole. I guess I can try one last time, although...
One of them sometimes teleports you to London. I think it might be Salt. No, sorry, I think it might be Stone.
I'll try Storm one more time and then I'll try Salt.
The blood of the sacrifice is black in the deck lights. The crew are silent. No one will look at anybody else. With a crash like a thunderbolt smashing a cathedral window, a great stalactite strikes the deck. 2 things become apparent. Firstly, it has fallen on a second crew member, crushing them flat. Secondly, it is, improbably, encased in a great bolus of coal.
Well, that's fuel. What? Why did I die? I lost my crew, but... I'm confused.
You are crew.
That's not what it says.
When you lose all your crew, the only person left to die on the ship is you.
What about this fucker? He could have died.
He doesn't count.
That doesn't strike me as correct, but okay.
Your officers don't count as crew for the purposes of, mechanically.
Right, but it also didn't say anything about dying if you lose all your crew. So that's a little frustrating. I wouldn't have done it if I knew that could have happened.
Yeah, if your crew falls to 0, you die.
It would have been nice if it maybe said that in the, in like the tooltip.
Dying is part of the game.
No, I know, I'm just saying it would have been nice to know that in the tooltip, though.
Yeah, don't click the Accept Legacy button. See?
I can't click anything else, though.
Yeah, you can. The Warrant of Redemption. Pick one.
We'll do pupil. Because I liked having it, well... Yes, Sure, we'll do that. Unless there's anything else I can click here.
No, because you're not inheriting an officer or a weapon.
Is a decade 10 years or 100? That's 10, right?
10.
So it's only been 30 years. Okay, well, we don't have a lot of time, but I guess we could explore a little bit.
We've got like an hour and a half left. If you don't want to start a new game, we could do the backup thing.
No, we've only got 30 minutes left.
Oh yeah. Do you want to do the backup thing then?
Not really. I kind of like this. I want to keep exploring.
Okay.
I liked having a high mirror skill. That was fun. Hazard like immortality. Let's go for that again. This time, however, we will be her. If Mia is so good, why don't they make a Mia too? Oh shit.
So true.
I thought it was funny. The Labyrinth of Tigers.
Is open under the patronage of the London Zoological Society to cautious visitors for educational purposes. Here you may see the devil apes of Far Mandalay, the thing in the mirror, the Cantigaster's children, the gargantuan cave snake, the inhabitor of wolves, the hybrid fiend. NB, the management recommends that you arrange your exit well before closing time.
Closing time. Okay, sorry.
Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Agree to carry the gnomic gallivant to the Cumian Canal or the Iron and Misery Fungin Station, or both. History is a horse. Who will prick it with their spurs? He cries, to no one in particular. A drop of blood may be as precious as a ruby. He puffs out his chest. Ruby studs gleam in the lamplight. I knew London had enterprising souls still left in it. I'm seeking truths, my lady, which, I am told, I may find in the Iron and Misery Funging Station and the Kumian Canal. Ideally, I'd learn both, but I could settle for one, for at Port Cecile there will be a contest, and we will change the world with a game of chess. A king will fall.
I don't trust this thing. It led me astray last time.
I mean, it had nothing to do with why you died.
No, it led me astray.
Okay. Oh, I can tell my voice is gonna be fucked tomorrow.
Yep, that's why you're not doing this again for another week. To give you time to, feel better. And think about the fact that I do this every day. Okay. Let us go.
Fluids for puppy. I have plenty of fluids. I've drank like a 64, well, like half of a 64-ounce thing of water while I've been doing this. That's why I've had to get up to pee twice during this stream. You wanna do something dangerous?
Sure.
Head south. And from here, just keep going south.
How dangerous are we talking? Oh,
Yes.
You don't keep the map? That's a shame.
Nope. If you start as a correspondent, you get to keep the map.
A correspondent? What is that?
When you know, when you were selecting your legacy, and like you got like half of Mia 1's pages. After you died. There's an option to keep them up.
The starveling cat did nothing wrong. I have no idea what you're talking about, Chan.
Yeah, just keep heading south. The people who know this game know what I'm leading you towards, and I for one am very excited for you to see it.
So what are the twinkles on the map, these things?
Sea lights. They're like little light buoys. So if you're conserving fuel, you can just hop between those to keep your terror instead of putting your light on. I say a lot of things the American way, like, I basically grew up on the internet. So I say a lot of things the American way, just in an English accent. I also like mask my natural accent when I'm talking to people who aren't from England, and Mia, has heard my natural accent and thinks it's adorable.
Some sort of way to dodge your ship in the water would be nice for these combat encounters. I know that that's in Sunless Skies. Oh, is this what you were leading me to?
Nope, keep going.
I see we found another pit into hell.
Mm-hmm. Our fuel is also very, very cheap here. Because they mine it straight out of hell.
Oh wow, you weren't kidding.
But yeah, keep heading south.
Ouch.
If you turn your light off, they're less likely to see you.
I don't know if I'm gonna get to go south.
There you go. Yep, keep going.
Are you having me sail off the map?
No. I mean, if you want an achievement, yes, but... Oh hey, look at this cool place.
Is that inside of a geode?
Mm-hmm. A naval base with the Royal Navy's emblems curiously amended. Efficient, bright-eyed women and men work briskly everywhere you look. They are singing hymns with unfamiliar words. Hard-faced Royal Marines watch you carefully, barring entry into the geode's heart. A plaque by the docks has been defaced with orange paint, but you can still make out the original inscription. Station 5, adjunct.
So what makes this place dangerous?
I don't know, ask around. This isn't the place I was leading you to, this is just a cool thing along the way.
Oh, the light, it's pretty. Oh, okay.
You saw the Commodore, and then there was something bright. You discussed matters of importance, you're certain of it. Teasing clues linger in your memory. Azala asked to stay behind and you permitted it because it'll all come clear later. Probably.
You've lost one crew, okay. Sure. Welcome aboard.
A dark, spectacled woman marches up to you in some haste. My lady, take me with you. I'm no longer welcome here. And I will show you where we need to go. Here I am. A ship, I suppose, is both always here and never there, because there becomes here.
At last, Salt's song. Okay. Okay. So where am I going? Still south?
Still kind of southeast-ish. That's southwest, dear.
No, it's not. North, east, south, west.
Oh, sorry, southwest. Sorry. Basically, you want to go towards the sort of bottom corner of the map. There's something cool to see here.
Ah, I just got an achievement. I don't know what the thing is. I sure did just get an achievement that just says the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the...
Look at your terror.
So what is this?
This is the Dawn machine, and you can sail under it.
I'm assuming that this is some entity of the sun. I can't sail under it.
Yeah, you can. You just gotta get between the round bits.
I don't know about that. No, it's not letting me.
Or am I misremembering how to do this, chat? Sail past it and go off the map there.
I'm trying.
Also, look how high your terror is now. The Dawn machine's roots extend here into a luminous, impossible space. You breathe gold. You think light. Worm fates crawl on your skin. The machine is sick. Its hatred threads your veins. Time will die. The chain will end. We found you drifting, the sequencer is saying. You blink. He slaps you on the shoulder. You are blessed, my friend. Welcome home.
Your hunger quality is gone. You've now reached 100 terror. You have the Western stigma. You have the rising X supremacy, the Dawn machine. You've seen behind the Dawn machine. And you are returning to port. I've also lost my mind. I got an achievement for it. Is this just the last port I went to, or does it always take you to the geode?
It always takes you to the geode, I believe. So look in your journal at your accomplishments.
So what is this thing?
How do I explain the Dawn machine? Okay, you know you correctly... Yeah, first of all, it's not allegorical. The Dawn machine is literally a machine.
No, I could tell.
Yeah, in the world of Sunless Sea, yeah, Ketamage and Grafnog have it pretty good. Light is law, and it hates you.
I thought the sun hated me.
The sun is light. You are of the dark, and therefore you are incompatible. But that is a cool little thing I thought you would enjoy.
I do like it. I'm not sure I understand the repeated use of the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun. Once upon a time, a very misguided revolutionary thought that if light is law and the sun emanates law, what if we could make a new sun to enforce a new, better law? A god made to our specifications. Oh, I understand.
Yeah, it's a false sun that hates you.
I mean, it probably hates and resents the fact that it was created, right? That would be my guess. It hates the fact that it was created since it's in the dark. A sun relegated to the dark seems, well, not the greatest.
Yeah, it's kind of like an arms situation.
Yeah.
You can make your terror go down a little bit by hanging out in the Grand Geode with the Commodore.
It's going down a little, yeah.
Mia hasn't played Skies.
Nope.
Yet.
That's next Sunday.
Although, are you considering just playing this some more?
No.
Anyway, I just really wanted you to see that because I thought you would find it cool.
I do. I like it a lot. Okay. What is this music? Why is it doing this?
This is the Iron Republic music.
Oh.
Night, Fluffy.
Okay, well, thank you for being on, Joey, and thank you for voicing everything. I am going to get us over... Hold on, first of all, I'm going to close the game. I might play more of this on my second channel at some point, because, I really like this. And I don't know, it doesn't seem like a good stream game, but it seems like something to chill out to, so I may end up doing that. But yeah, I am going to get us over to... I'm going to get us over to Twig. Thank you so much for watching my stream. And if you'd like to hear my thoughts about a very good movie that I watched, why don't you get over to Twig's channel and you can watch me there.
I will be back next week and I will be voicing Sunless Skies.
Yeah. Thank you again so much, Joey.
You are very welcome. I'm happy to serve.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.